All right, so what's up, guys? We're live now. Public stream. Put on public. I had it on private for a second. That's because I was testing everything out. Hopefully, we have yeah, we got one person in here. Hopefully, we have people actually find it, actually join. Oh, I gotta redo the link. Probably it's a different link now, I would guess. Is it? Hold on. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, I gotta redo the link. Okay, let's delete this tweet. And let's do a new one. And let's see here, gotta get the chat box out. And yeah, that's another glitch. I can't do the chat box. But yeah. What's up, T1 Rider? Appreciate you for showing up, man. Appreciate you. And give it a minute for everyone to get in, to join. And yeah. What's up, Balvin bruh? Balvin bruh. And guys, we're doing a promo with Market Cipher, with Market Cipher, and 20% off with only with my link. Use the code BearCub20 and pin that message. So yeah. And yeah, we'll talk about this trade. We've got 30 people, so it's enough to start talking about the trade. So let's get into it. So what I could do is, yeah, you could see it down here, and we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. This could be a little bit risky, but I do think ultimately you will reject a little bit further off of this. It's just a matter of how much. That's kind of the question. So, you know, if things start to really look like they're turning around here, I might just give this you know, just close this out for a tiny win or something. Before there was no live messaging. Okay. The first one was like private. Oh yeah, it was private, so only 8 people on Twitter could have saw it. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, you know, I don't know how it was. Yeah, I was testing it out on private earlier. I forgot to turn it back, so that's kind of what happens sometimes. But yeah, I mean, let me know how the echo is too, guys. I put up some soundproof tiles in the room. I got a tapestry behind me, got a carpet now. So day by day making improvements here, day by day making little improvements. It's it's a process when you move into a new place. It's a process. It takes time to figure things out, but getting a little bit done, you know, every day. Had to figure out this morning for a while different settings in OBS for slower upload speeds, because there's been an issue with the internet with the upload speeds, but hopefully that should be sorted out tomorrow. And oh, it does sound better, Dan Fisher. Okay, you guys seeing it, hearing any reverb, any echo, maybe a little bit more details? There are more tiles I can put up. So yeah, I mean it's a gradual, you know, it's a slow and gradual thing. It's, you know, quite a bit of stuff, but when you get it done, you get everything done. It's very satisfying. Yeah, that's why I will say very very satisfying. So do have the trade-in. Slight echo, but better than before. Okay, appreciate that. I'm gonna put up some more tiles. I'm trying to figure out like where the best, like, do you guys know where the best, like, I put them directly in front of me, and above like where the monitor is on the wall in front of me, you know, directly towards the front of the microphone. Then I'm gonna put some to the left here, because that's like open, I guess, anywhere where sound could pop off of, but probably the closest walls to very slight echo, almost like yeah, it is a reverb, yeah. But okay, cool. So we're acceptable. It's acceptable now, and I got to figure out for guests. I think Loopback had a new. This is what we're going to talk about in the first 5 minutes. Just everything I'm working on. So Loopback has like a new thing where I don't have to manually switch. I think I don't have to manually like switch the audio when I have a guest on for OBS to record desktop audio. So we kind of had that trouble with Miss Teen Crypto earlier. Apologies to you guys. Apologies to her. Whatever, it happens. But I think from now on, I'm gonna get that more figured out. I gotta like reboot the computer, reboot the Mac, go into the settings there. That's gonna be a little tricky, but I'm gonna figure that out. Even when you hire, like I've had pros like look at it like remotely, especially when I was doing Twitch to like do it, and even they couldn't really figure it out. That was before the new software came out though, but it's always changing. It's always changing. So let's get into a little bit of the TA here. Money flow generally coming out, it seems like we're generally going to reject from this area. It's kind of just a matter of, this is a little bit of a greedy short, I would say. This would be a little bit more of a greedy trade, because ideally you want to kind of enter the trade here, and you probably would have this is where you would want to kind of take profits if you're a conservative trader. I'm kind of playing around with this a little bit. I think ultimately on the macro things are very bearish right now, I would say. And you got the red dot in the 20, that's about to confirm on the 22. Excuse me. It's gonna yeah. Time to head down slowly but surely. Yeah, that's the big thing here. So 22, we confirm the red dot now. We're about to get it on the 30. Probably the 26 has it, but now we're just kind of getting into analysis paralysis if we're going to look at all these time frames. But yeah, ultimately, I think you will kind of reject some more from the spiral line. It appears differently here. You do have a 4-hour green dot. That's kind of your bullish case to come up more. But ultimately, if you look at, money flow coming out here and this coming back up, we're about to get, kind of green. We're about to get a green dot right there. So it depends. I see it kind of happening, potential for both ways here. But I would lean more in the bearish, especially in the macro. Obviously, I would say, macro trading would be probably the easiest. Macro swing trading is the easiest. It's harder to get wrapped around your head with that. And if you're just going, swing short off of this rare bearish sign that we've only messed around with this. We've only messed around with this on the 4-day here. We've only messed around with this like once, and it was where I circled here. And this was obviously a black swan. But even if we didn't have the black swan, I think you still would have came down to maybe 30% or something. You know what I mean? I still think you would have had somewhat of a drop in this accumulation phase with that. And that was 63% down. Now you're seeing the same thing, although it's even worse here with the bearish div. So yeah, this could be a nightmare. This could be I think this is going to give us a red March, a red April. I'm not saying, hard to say, like, will we crash this month? Will we crash next month? Hard to say, but I could say with a lot of confidence that I think we're going to go down. I think we're going to probably go down here. And the thing too, shout out to Nightshade for mentioning this in the comment. I didn't look at this in half a minute, but the 2 week, right here is coming down. This could form a blood diamond, very similar to here. That's another similarity with the pandemic drop. So I'm not saying there's going to be a black swan event crash, but I'm saying most likely you're going to come down in the next few months. And I think ultimately for our DCA strategy, my more long-term DCA strategy, what I've been waiting to do is start to DCA again. And when this confirms in the red, you might want to wait till the next red dot on here confirms, kind of like how it confirmed here. That would have been a beautiful place to kind of start your DCA in 2020 for the next, let's see here. This would be a great place from March to, let's see, there to March 20 to August 20. So yeah, how many, I'm just trying to think how many months is that? That's 3 to, okay, so like 6 months, about 6 months, really good DCA strategy on the way up. So I think ultimately you may see something of that, just more elongated. And ultimately what we're waiting for too is on this 3 week, coming into the red. Now we're due to come into the red here. We're absolutely due to, come into the red, and right there to come deeper and get a red dot there, and then come around. And I think the next green dot after that is going to give you what you need here. And, it's probably going to be between like 6 to 8, I think, at least like 5 to 10, maybe a broader range of red candles after this, red Heikens after this, I kind of am feeling like. That's my main trajectory, somewhere between, 13K to 9K there. 9K kind of worst case scenario, I think. But yeah, and yeah. Let's see here. Let's go down. Markets can only remain irrational for so long. It's time to head down slowly but sure. Yep, Bitbird. I totally agree. And guys, smash the like button if you enjoy the content. A lot of SEC FUD out there that might get people scared, and also Fed keep hiking. Yeah. So that's what I think. Yeah. Or yeah, for a while. I mean, it's kind of, most of the time you do kind of have some, I mean, it depends how you define hard landing. Like people get like, it kind of depends, depends how you define hard landing here. And, it seems like we're going to see most likely something similar to 2001 or something most similar to the 1973 for the S&P 500. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that right now. And this is kind of what I think for possibly the next 2 months. I don't know if you're going to come down, or 3 months, I should say. I don't know if you're going to come down that much, but I think you're going to, probably get to the bottom of this range at some point. Maybe 3,200 is a big area. I think you're generally going to go down in the next 2 months. And if we compare this to, like this area, you're going to get a red dot after this. That's going to bring it down farther. And it may not be until the one after this, We're looking for a potential bottom, I'd say, in this recession. We're looking for these to be gray, and we're getting an anchor wave. So here you didn't have it. You were still kind of bright. I think it's going to be something like that, Not exactly like that. History never repeats completely, but something like that. Or, excuse me, 1974. I said 1973 earlier. Well, 1973 was the start of it, but, something like this. So, I'd say that's obviously more of a hard landing. This would be probably more of a soft landing, but more gradual. I mean, you still came down a hell of a lot. I mean, that's kind of the issue there. You came down a lot there. That was a 50%. So, I mean, usually these are 50% drops down. I mean, where would, that's 35 right there. You could have more of a, I mean, it may not be, well, not July 2026, but it may not be, until early 2024 or something. Maybe, quarter 2 2024, I think. For crypto definitely, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but crypto usually bottoms before, the S&P 500. I think we saw a little bit before in December of 2018, a bottom before. So I'd say crypto can bottom quarter 3, quarter 4 of this year, and S&P 500 may not bottom until quarter 1 of next year. And then you got real estate too, which lags behind all of that, I think, and that may not bottom until mid to late 2024 even, these grand, these areas, these general areas. But ultimately, I think the main thing we're looking for is 1 to 2 more, green dots here. And, I think you're going to need it to kind of be at least close to the red here and these EMAs to be starting to gray out there. And if we look at the S&P 500 here, we had a little bit of these EMAs start to turn bright. Now it's coming back down. I think it's going to generally come back down here. And I think it's going to generally bring Bitcoin with it. Let's take a look at our trade. We're doing pretty juicy right now. Oh man, I bet some of you are going to jump in and prevent it from hitting this. You guys watching, you market makers watching me. But yeah. And that's the main thing here. I was talking about around the blockchain earlier. Sorry if I looked a little DZ or BJ said I looked a little sad on there. I was actually looking at the charts during that. I was messing around before, and wasn't sad. I was just a little apprehensive. 8 months of pain potentially. I'd say 5 to 10 more. 5 to 10 more months, yeah, potentially. And I think that's really going to get away the last bit of tourists. That's going to make a lot of people bored. I mean, that's what I'm thinking right now. And this is the way I've kind of drawn it out. I don't think ADA is going to, go down to these levels. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think it could go down another 40 to 50% against Bitcoin. I think ETH could even go down that much potentially with the regulatory FUD. I think we're going to be in for a little bit of pain here, or a little bit. I mean, a significant amount, I think. And, you know, it's, if we look at, yeah, I mean, that trend reversal right there, I think it's going to be something of this nature. I mean, probably not this bad, but, you know, I think these areas, you know, 8 to like 15 is a big place. And I think that's where you may see your bottom. Look at these split RSIs here starting to curve down. You're about to get a red dot there on your 6-day, your weekly right there. You know, that trend reversal to kind of come down. So I think he will generally continue downward here. I could be wrong. You know, there's always differences. I think you're going to see 2 to 3 more yellow X's on the way down for this, 2 to 3 more. Well, I mean, maybe just one depending, but yeah, 1 to 3 more or something like that. Yeah, I think we'll see at least one more yellow X, I'll say that. Yeah, and I just wanted to look at the NASDAQ as well here. And yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking into, yeah, towards the end of April. You'll hit this area next, and yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why crypto doesn't follow it. I mean, you got the weekly red dot now that confirms in 3 days. How's Comcast today? Even worse, but I figured out how to change this. How is the stream video quality? I messed with the settings to make it lower so I could do it with a very low upload speed. Like I'm going on like a 700 kilobyte per second upload speed. Like this is a slow upload speed. I think even 600. I'm looking at it right now in OBS. It's fluctuating between 300 to 700, which it's good enough. I'm using like a hotspot to do it. The technician is coming tomorrow to take a look. I talked to like the guy on the phone, the customer service representative that you know, kind of dealt with me, you know, whining about it for a while, just complaining and getting frustrated with it earlier today. Shout out to him. You know, he was like, I saw this problem before, so I drove, you know, a good amount to go to the Xfinity store in traffic, get a new modem, wait in line there, get a new modem, you know, bring it back, same issue, and, you know, max headroom. Oh yeah, with the lag, I guess. I don't know that show, but I think I know what you're, yeah. And yeah, so the technician's gonna come tomorrow. He said, the guy on the phone said he saw the situation once before. The third time they installed a different modem at work, fixed the issue. I don't know the logic behind that. So yeah. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, okay. So we could get away with it. I'm not even I'm using like, you know, if you have Xfinity, there's Xfinity hotspots. I'm using that. I'm not even using my own internet. They did some remote stuff today, which screwed up, like messed up my actual Wi-Fi. So I'm on a hotspot right now, which probably makes me vulnerable to hackers and stuff. So yeah, not good there, but yeah. But appreciate you guys. Let's see. It would be nice to see Ethereum and Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Okay. So let's look at Ethereum, and I think it's going to, you know, obviously bleed against Bitcoin. Forgot to look at it a little bit earlier. We're about to get that red dot in the weekly. The 12-day here is, yeah, money flow coming out, this coming down. This looks atrocious there. I think it's going to be I don't know, my main guess here is something of this nature, you know, into the end of the year for a potential bottom in between one of these. I think this range is going to be big, and yeah, that's just the way I'm interpreting it right now. And ultimately, I think with the 2-week too, that coming down, I think you're gonna probably bottom out in the red here. I think it's gonna be different where, yeah, I guess there's a possibility, you know, you already hit the bottom out there, but I think it's gonna go down deeper and be more, you know, more pain here. But yeah, and then weekly's about to get that. Let's see, and then the 3-day here, you know, bearish div right there, and then that's coming out right there, and yeah, that's coming down a little trigger wave right there. That looks bad on that 5-hour. That could really bring it down here. So that 5-hour in terms of the trigger wave, I mean, here it obviously didn't play out too well. And we just back tested another 10 times. Doesn't play out too well, but sometimes. But you know, theoretically, it would give you something like this, most likely, I would say, with that trigger wave. That would be right to see. Sometimes you map it out, it gives you exactly what you're, you know, right to 1400, and that could be, you know, as soon as we get into March, just a nightmare there. And what I'm kind of hoping for, I mean, sometimes this is like, I learned all this from Jason Casper. He's probably the best teacher at these like scalp trades of what I'm doing right now. But these, sometimes you could hold these for a while and you look at his profits, like 4 grand, 5 grand you could make. I mean, if price changes 10% here, this $100,000 position could essentially be, what could it be? It could, you know, 10%, yeah, 10K profit if you keep it in. That's risky though. You know, you want to take some profits, but even if you hold a 40K position or a 30K position, once you lock in profits, you need good, you know, risk management. This is 50x leverage. I limited into this, only a $2 fee, which is not bad at all for that. It would be a high freaking fee. Like it would probably be $60 or something if I marketed in. So be careful with that, but sometimes you have to mark it in because, you know, things change too quickly. For something like this, I mean, this is this is kind of a greedy trade, I would say. This is a greedy, I mean, I wouldn't say, let's look at that. Well, let's see what's happening right now. This is, I mean, these you should typically babysit, especially a $100,000 position. I mean, depends on, I mean, is that a big position to you? Some of you guys are probably big ballers, but, you know, that's, okay, now we're coming down. So, you know, ultimately here is where I'm looking, but you might be able to get this down. So a lot of times, like at night when volume is lower, you tend to see, you know, it respect the points. Like this was just a clear kind of entry there with the money flow coming down. This one didn't give us what we needed. You know, I posted about this on Twitter, potential short entry before I was going on around the blockchain. I didn't take it, but I was like kind of feeling bad if people did when I was on the show. So that's why I was like looking at the chart. I was like, oh, geez. I don't know if that's the best thing, but yeah. Let's see, Bitbird. As far as quality, I can see all your numbers, but okay, yeah, I'd love to see, yeah, 300 to 600 Ethereum, I think is most likely what's going to happen. That could change, guys, but you know, I've been saying it for a while. I'll say it again. That's where I think we're going to end up. And you know, if you disagree, you know, we'll agree to disagree. But a lot of people too. I remember like when I was talking about last April, last May, that we would, you know, lose 30K, that we could lose 20K even, and I gotta, hold on one second, this is gonna give me my delete. All right, so yeah, I just need to take that. That was about getting a delivery tomorrow. Busier day tomorrow. I just gotta write something else down. So, okay, looks like we're coming down a little bit more. We are running into, I was looking at before, we are running into a little bit of traffic, you know, a little bit of traffic right. Let me just see if we draw a local fib here where we could end up. Ooh, we are running into some traffic. We'll probably get a little bit of a bounce there. So I might take profits in between there, I believe. So yeah, I mean, it all goes to like, you know, how conservative you want to be or whatever. I mean, I definitely didn't enter at like the best, you know, most optimal place here, but not bad. You know, I wouldn't say it's too bad. It wasn't the cable guy. I'm getting actually a TV delivered tomorrow, but Yeah, it's not that. The cable guy's coming tomorrow too. The Xfinity guy's coming tomorrow too. They'll probably be here at the same time. It'll be hilarious. I won't be able to. It'll just be a issue. But yeah, and but that's life. Yeah, you just got to deal with these things. This is when you move too, and hopefully I'm gonna have them in because the cable outlet in this room does not work. Like I'm gonna ask them if they could like reroute it to make it work in this room. So that would be nice, and I could plug in directly to the modem in this room where I broadcast, and I think that's good. I think it's going to be a good thing. And yeah, and let's take a look at what's happening on some of these. Okay, so no signs of turning around yet. Yeah, we're just seeing more bearish kind of stuff confirmed in the 30-minute, the hourly, not yet with the red dot. Let's look at the 40. 45, and not yet, but close. I mean, you could, if you want to get into analysis paralysis, you could look at the 37 too. But generally, I don't see a reason to believe that we're going to turn around yet, other than this local fib level. Other than that, oh, and we hit our first take profit, so cool. And I'll show you. Let's I mean, most likely, I'm going to lock this in. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Most likely, I'm going to lock this in, lock this profit in. So let's change our stop loss to the entry point, which was 23, 482, and you'd lose a little bit with the fees. You'd probably lose a few dollars. Or yeah, you're marketing out of a $60,000 position. So that's actually, I want to take out another. I want to try to limit out another. I wanted to take out 50%, but things are still looking bearish. Let's keep this in for now. We still made, even if this gets marketed out. With a high fee, we still made $100, which is not awful. Not awful here. So nice scalp for. I got in this late. Like I should have entered. I entered here, but I should have entered when we've confirmed the red dot in the 6 or whatever. I would have been able to enter much. Probably somewhere around here ideally, and this would be a bigger profit obviously. So yeah, and yeah. Let's see, forgot the pasta, 2 vodka sauces from Trader Joe's. I'm not even that close to a Trader Joe's, I don't think. I haven't been to Trader Joe's in a while. I just haven't lived near one. So what was the, I wanted to answer some of your questions here. Somebody was asking me, Birdman, let's see, okay, so Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and then what was it, Bitcoin and Cosmos, yeah. So Ethereum, Bitcoin, I'm not going to spend a ton of time talked about this. Blood diamond here looks awful. I think we could end up around these areas. Maybe a little bit more forgiving than that, but there's not much. Maybe here, a little bit higher. But that technical target, I mean, especially with regulation, sadly, guys, I think it could get ugly. So, and then let's look at Cosmos, or Atom Bitcoin. And the weekly right here, the weekly blood diamond and a little trigger wave, about as bad as possible. I'm holding on to this just because the staking is so good. I'm holding on to this just because the staking is so good. So yeah. Let's see here. So we got the blood diamond here, and 2 hours kind of bullish. We could look at that. Yeah, it is. Well, not a brand new. It's an apartment. I mean, I just moved here, but they should be able to. They'd have to run a wire or do something down below to fix what I think I need them to fix. They'd probably be able to do it to get the cable signal in this room, but I don't know if they want to. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things. Do I think regulation could go badly and kill crypto? It could kill a lot of altcoins. I don't think it could kill Ethereum. I don't think it could kill Bitcoin. I mean, define kill. I mean, if you see a big correction, I mean, define kill. If Ethereum goes down to 300, and then comes back, is that being killed? I mean, to a certain extent, that's down a hell of a lot. But yeah, I mean, and Ben Cowan was talking about but this looks so bad here in the weekly. Ben Cowan was talking about Ethereum compared to the NASDAQ after. So let's go on the monthly on the NASDAQ. Monthly on Ethereum. So Ethereum in terms of numbers too, which is crazy here. So NASDAQ after .com bubble. So in terms of numbers, it topped out at around 4,800. E tops around the same price. You hit this bottom at 1,100. ETH hit this bottom a little bit lower than 1,100. and then a lower low at 800 there. So came up, yeah, came up a bit, and then the lower low at 800. So maybe something like that. I think it's going to be kind of worse for ETH, but that's crazy. And then so 800 there, and then let's see how. I mean, it'll probably be different than this, obviously, but 800, and then yeah, that's not much of a gain over that period of time, but it's interesting the amount, the trajectory kind of downward there, and going to zero and essentially staying there. Oh, going to zero essentially. No, I don't think that could happen to Bitcoin or Ethereum, or I'm going to say the only ones probably immune to going to zero are Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, people may disagree, but you know, it depends here. I'm trying to think. I mean, huge correction. We're just in the sidelines for now. Yeah, I don't think anything. You know, Bitcoin, Ethereum will go to zero. Randy, better known as Miss Teen Crypto, was on earlier. She said that she likes Litecoin, which I've just been, you know, kind of bored with it, I guess, like less interested in it because it was such an underperformer. Somebody asked me about Litecoin, such an underperformer, like in the last bull run. You know, we didn't even really make a new all-time high. You know, just double top and got rejected. That's why I don't kind of like it. I think right now it's very similar to over here, and we're kind of hoping for another leg up. That's like if Bitcoin goes up to 30K or something, I think you can get up this area. That's like too textbook. I feel like we're just repeating too much crap here, you know what I mean? I think with these split RSIs, it's going to play out more bearishly, and you're going to see more of a situation maybe of this nature, you know what I mean, sadly. I mean, the thing too is Charlie Lee doesn't even have like that much skin in the game with Litecoin. Like he really doesn't, because he doesn't even own it anymore. So there's not too much skin in the game. Like Nassim Taleb's book, Skin in the Game. I didn't read much of it, but still, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, there's some good fundamentals, but I've been hesitant on this. I would wait, you know, until these lowers. Maybe I'll pick up a little bit. I'm curious about this. It's what I want to look at for, well, I could stay like this. What I want to look at for Litecoin here is, I just want to, what's its market cap? Like what is, I mean, how much could you realistically even get with it? Wow, okay. So it's a top 14, $7 billion market cap essentially. I mean, you're not going to make any crazy gains with this. A 7 billion market cap is not, you know, really not enough to make, you know, some crazy gains with this. But at the same time, I mean, anything under 10 billion is kind of decent. Really 5 billion, that's where you kind of get into, like, I think you'd be better off not financial advice, but better off playing around with Chainlink, Cosmos, Avalanche, I would say, you know, maybe even Filecoin, you know, some of, you know, I've gone through the list. Algo's got some potential. Internet Computer I'd keep an eye on, but a little bit more hesitant. Phantom maybe, maybe Decentraland. Aave, I feel like that's, I mean, if you're, all the ones I mentioned, if you're to put small positions in all of these and do it like a venture capitalism type thing, you're going to get, you know, you're going to do something, you know what I mean? Something good will probably happen, you know what I mean? Like you're going to, Sandbox got some bullish news. That's a $1 billion market cap. So theoretically, maybe a 50x, and I'm spitballing here, speculative, but maybe a 30 to 50x in the next bull run. That's where you may be able to do it. Do you think BITGET could ever surprise us with compulsory? Yeah, I think once we get regulation, that's going to happen. Look, money analysis. I don't think that it's going to be like, it's not going to, there's no way they're going to steal your money from you. You're going to be able to withdraw. You know what I mean? You're going to be able to take what's yours. Worst case scenario, they're going to make you withdraw. And yeah. Okay, so somebody's bullish on ICP. Yeah, Levy. I mean, ICP, yeah. It's a possibility. H-bar, there's some good fundamentals too. A lot of people have been asking me about H-bar, which is interesting. Let's take a look at H-bar. Other thing too, yeah. I mean, candles turning red there. Let's take a quick look at H-bar. Yeah, split RSIs, red dot there. I mean, I think short term this ultimately should come down a bit. I mean, you could even have like something like this maybe. Yeah, maybe a double bottom into the summer. It's kind of looking like there, but yeah, I mean, if it has good fundamentals, mid to late this year, and I mean, the main place to get into alts is when Bitcoin dominance is somewhere between 50 to 60%. Maybe let's just look at this. That trigger wave on the monthly here was an amazing place, February 21, to get into alts. That just went way down. Ideally here, so probably the next red dot. Probably the next red dot, and that's probably could be when it's up here. That's the place to get into alts. What do I think of XRP and XLM? I think XRP has potential to. I think XRP has potential to. I mean, if I look at I could look at the ICP chart, but I mean, it's going to be the same thing. I mean, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say to hold off for now. The same thing. I mean, bearish signs. Bearish div, RSI is coming down there. Ultimately, I think you could repeat one of the, some of this nature. I mean, it could be down farther. One more low. I mean, I don't know. Mid to late this year, I think. Ultimately, if it's got good fundamentals, mid to late this year, maybe even into 2024. It's hard to pinpoint. Exactly. Let's keep the trade up here. I'll probably get stopped out in profit now, but that's okay. Hard to kind of pinpoint. What it's going to be, but that area, I'm kind of leaning towards a little bit longer. We haven't seen like an 01 scenario in too long where it took a while to come down, you know what I mean? So yeah, XRP, I mean, I think there's a possibility they win the lawsuit, but it's such a big market cap already. I don't think it's going to do anything too crazy. XLM, we know one of the privacy coins, unless regulation destroys them all, which is possible, we know one of the privacy coins is going to do well in the long term. I know that Zcash has a smaller market cap. That may be the better choice to mess around with. You kind of looks like you're repeating this pattern right here with the split RSIs. Maybe something like this could happen, and that could be a good bottom right around 78, about a 50% drop down. That's what I'm kind of seeing. It might take a little bit longer than that. I mean, May. I mean, it's still a few months there. That would be crazy if that's a false bottom, then we come lower. Everybody's going to be gone, man. That's how you get everybody the hell out. Markets run off emotional. It takes one big thing to scare people. Regulation could be it. Or, yeah, I mean, stop hiking. Yeah. Fed will hike at least, it could be until September, and then you see the blast drop down towards the end of the year. Or, I mean, this would really be max pain. They could hike until October, November, December, and then you see the drop down in early 2024. Yeah, I mean, what's up, bro? If you're liking these plays, I want you to pull up Trader's Reality and dissect his vector strategy. Okay, yeah, I could do that. Let me write that down. Write that down. There's a lot of things to play right now, but so let's see. Okay, I will look into that. Hopefully I'll remember I wrote that down. Let's see, but yeah, appreciate you, Zigzag. Let's see here, and let's just look at the Bitcoin chart. Let's see okay. So the thing here is like, you're getting the jump off of your local pocket, and yeah, I mean, you're starting to come up with the money flow here. So you're probably gonna, what happens a lot of times, and maybe if we reject from, might be okay if we reject from there, but the volatility of price, I would say most likely this will get stopped out in profit, most likely. And, somebody said the 2 hour was looking bullish. Yeah, a little bit. It would be likely that these split RSIs kind of just negate that and have this, bearish div here play out more. Because if you were to go long or short there, you'd still be waiting for this to play out. I think you'd probably be okay for kind of that day short or that swing short. Yeah, I ultimately think, mainly the swing short. You'd probably do very well here. Especially if you're trying to take profit, stop loss above here, trying to take profits at like 21 something, that would probably work out pretty well, most likely. You may be waiting a little bit, but honestly, I think you'd probably see, you'd probably see the, you'd probably see an outcome by March 10th, March 5th. I think March is going to be a bad month. I think April is going to be a bad month. May is going to be a determining factor. That could be a bottom. That could be a potential bottom for everything. If that's not, that could be also a false bottom. If that's a false bottom, maybe a false bottom at, let's say 13, 14K or something, maybe a false double bottom at 15, then you roll over more to, you know, anywhere between 9 to, 9 to 12 after towards the end of the year, alts are going to get destroyed. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be, you're not going to, your account is going to be at zero. No, I'm just kidding. With strategy, any advice for strategy? I mean, watch videos, you know, paper trade, use simulation. You know, I'm going to add some stuff to my course with new strategies. I do have a few good ones on there, especially for more long-term stuff. But yeah, let's see here. To me, interesting 2-hour explosion daily is pretty strong. So yeah, I think the higher time frames normally play out more. I don't find the 2-hour to be that bullish, but you know, I see where you're coming from. The money flow is the main bullish thing. These RSIs are not really what I want to see. You're also kind of forming almost a head and shoulders on this time frame, which is not, you know, not what we want to see. So yeah, and we might get lucky with this, but I do think this trade will get stopped out in profit here. That's normally, like, sometimes, like if I was to, I'm trying to think of like the next place I'd be looking to maybe go scalp long, you'd look here to go scalp long, see, you know, depending. And then if you lock in another profit like this, then one of these most likely would go a lot. And you see Jason Casper doing that a lot, and he's really perfected that strategy. I think he's made, you know, a lot of money with that, I think. And you got to take a course or two. Yeah, I mean, Jason Casper's course is great. My course is great. You know, it's a little bit different, but I would go through, you know, some of that stuff, especially like, you know, I'm not just saying this because I sell a course, but like for somebody who's getting into leverage trading, like the price you will pay for a course is not significant. You know what I mean? It's humble, you know, you got to learn it. I mean, I talk about a lot of strategies too, and I think all the stuff you could learn in a course, you theoretically can learn for free if you're patient enough. I think the course is more of just the organization, and everything's kind of at you there. So that's what I think. You're kind of paying for the convenience there. But I think you could learn without any course. And I'm saying this as someone who sells a course. When you're selling a course, oh yeah, thanks Nightshade, the stream with Miss Team Crypto. Yeah, audio was a little weird. I'm working on fixing that. That's another thing I was talking about at the beginning. Nightshade, I actually mentioned you earlier because I was talking about the comment you said, and I hadn't looked at the 2 week and half a minute, but yeah, this could ultimately form that blood diamond. That would be the case for a black swan here, big crash, but I think it's going to be more gradual, and I think we're just going to gradually come into the red. I think the real good place to start DCAing here is when you confirm in the red, and confirm the red dot, and confirm in the red here. You'll probably be, you could be at 17K by there, and then you're back to good accumulation zone. So that's what I think. Monthly inverted head and shoulders narrative. I'd have to look at that. Let's take a look. I don't even see no inverted head and shoulders here. Yeah, I'd have to, I'm not the biggest traditional TA guy. I don't see no inverted head and shoulders though. I think this is going to roll over and come into the red more. That's kind of my guess here. What's my largest trade, size and profit? Oh man. So the size, I've never, for profits, like I've never gone, for size of trades, I've never gone much above like 200,000, but in terms of biggest profits, it's been stuff I held. Like I made a lot holding, like especially back with this blood diamond here, I made a lot holding a trade down to these levels, and I kept adding to it on the way down, and eventually got stopped out in profit when we came up there. But yeah, I mean, that was one of the biggest ones, but that was not a $200,000 or $100,000 position. It was just holding the thing for a while, because look at this. I mean, if you're holding something that's like 50K or 40K here, you know, you're going to make 20 or 30K. It's a lot, you know what I mean? And that's not a crazy large position to hold. I mean, theoretically, you know, if I got really lucky here, I kind of don't think it's going to happen, but I'm perfecting more of the scalping with high leverage and high numbers. Don't get too scared with the leverage. It's more about, you know, how much are you willing to bet here, you know, and you limit in. So it was a $2 fee, so nothing too bad. Limit out, try to limit out. I'm gonna get a big hit if I have to mark it out of this thing. I'm probably gonna have a $30 fee to pay here, and oh man, I wonder whose link I used to sign up for this account. They're gonna get a little kickback. That's how it works. You get a little kickback. Nah, it doesn't. Does it still work like that? I don't even know. But yeah. And then if we look here, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you got that in the 7, you know, more short term. 10-minute coming into the red. It's 50-50. I mean, you're not seeing no bullish div yet. It's a little bit calmer. 22's in the red. Usually when these cross into the red, you come up a little bit too, because you know people are like shorting, you know, entering the short there. Usually do come up a little bit, but you know. Biggest thing is on the monthly is the hidden bullish divergence, but yeah. Hidden bullish divergence. Well, let's take a look at that. I'm not the biggest hidden bullish divergence guy or hidden divergence guy, similar to how CryptoFace is, but let's see here. So, oh yeah, I see where you're looking, yeah. Let's draw that. So yeah, it's because this is coming down as price is coming up. Yeah, that's a continuation sign. I mean, the monthly is such a large time frame. It kind of doesn't, you know, give the same credence if you saw this on the daily or the 2-day or something. Also, hidden divergences aren't as strong in my opinion. So I think we're gonna roll over. I'm curious, did the NASDAQ have that on the monthly after the .com bubble? Let's take a look. Was this a hidden? Had the same thing here? Yeah, that was a hidden divergence. Right there, and then you just rolled over. So that's my main guess. Maybe history kind of repeats. We got 22 hours before this closes, so I think ultimately, if you're gonna make, you know, new highs here and go above 25.3 or whatever it was, you probably got to do that in the next 22 hours. I mean, never say never. It's possible, but I think you're generally headed down, and I think March is going to be your big rollover here. And I think we're going to see social risk really plummet and a lot of tourists really leave. And I could tell there's less new people kind of getting into this. A lot of, you know, you have your place of bulls right now who have, you know, been very humble and really respected this rally and didn't, you know, leave a bunch of hate comments on anyone who's been more bearish. And, you know, those are the type of people that you'd expect to do very well. I don't know, but it can go either way. It doesn't matter, you know. There were people who were very bearish, you know, way back at 50, 60K, and they were really arrogant about it, and they were right. There were people who were really bullish and really arrogant about it back here, and they were right. So it doesn't, you know, there's never a surefire, you know, way. And let's see here. Yeah, coming down a bit. Money flow coming deeper. So yeah, the trade is still, you might be able to pull it. Might be able to pull this for a little bit more. I wonder where I wanna. The thing too is, like, I almost want to keep this in because I like what I'm seeing on. Unless this comes back up and you get the green dot here on the 5 hour, I think this could roll over and come deep, kind of like something of this nature. In this trade, let's see, the $60,000 position, if we were to close this out at, let's say we close this out at, like, I don't know, 21.3. Not too likely we end up there that soon, but 1.3. That's a $5,000 profit. That's where I would close that out completely, even if I thought we were going way lower, but that's a nice profit. I mean, that's a nice, you could make an account explode with with something like that. And we can let's just look at the other thing. I know Jason Casper looks at this a lot. I've been really looking at it, really learning this, the CVD, or the open interest, excuse me, with CVD as well. And let's refresh this. Sometimes it gets a little weird. And let's add on CVD to this. And yeah, so a lot of positions opened right here. I think they were trying to go long, probably chase this up. Price came down, a lot of positions closed. So you closed out a lot of longs. Closed out like, or was it, or was it, oh wait, the opposite, okay. I think, or I don't, now I look retarded, I don't even know. But we're not seeing any divergence here, really. So this is kind of just a continuation of where we're at, kind of. And, oh, we're on the hourly, I forgot, oops. So that doesn't even, you mainly want to use this on the 1 minute. So I completely, yeah. And sometimes this doesn't even show up either. Start that again. So yeah, so what are we seeing right now? This is generally following the way price is going. So we're not seeing any divergences here. Maybe if you zoom out, no, not even. And we're seeing as price is coming down, a lot of positions are kind of closing out. So I think we're getting out a lot of longs, or people are taking profits. So that might be indicative of a slight kind of trend reversal, but not really. If you wanted to see more of it, like a better example of, you know, kind of how to use this, see as price was coming up, a lot of positions were closing, getting, oh yeah, this is good. A lot of positions were closed out off as price was coming up. Issue with this though is you did come up a little bit higher, but this was a big like short squeeze. That would be a potential place to look to short. You just needed some wiggle room there because you came up a little bit higher. I always like to leave some wiggle room, which I think is an important thing. Just use the less leverage, you know what I mean? Always have a little wiggle room. So yeah, price down, up, short opening. Yeah, I'm bearish. Yeah, I'm shorting right now, as you can see. Bullish case, if you look at the daily, pull a fib from, yeah, perfectly at the 618. Let's see that. Let's see that, Stephen. So, oops. So I'm guessing you're talking about pulling the fib from here to about there. Yeah, we did hit a big point there, and we bounced off of it, and we're above it. Okay. You know, I think it's more just that kind of scalp entry that many would have looked at. I'm just curious, like, if what you would have had to look for to get in that entry. Yeah, hit that, bounce. Yeah, a pretty good bounce around that. Yeah, I mean, probably, I think there was an hourly. Yeah, I think I saw Jason Casper talking about this hourly with the money flow coming up. Yeah, and then he made a lower low there. So, yeah. I think it could be over, and then you're right back there, and then you got a spiral line there. So that is the bullish case, though. That is the bullish case. I'll give you that. Let's see. Price down, or what does OY mean? Price down. Oh, open interest up, short opening. Okay, so price down, open interest up, short opening, price down. Oh, okay, I think that's right. W on the hourly. Let's look. Yeah, I mean, that's a W, and we came up. Yeah, that was a W right there. You could, yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest traditional TA guy, but yeah, that could be also, I guess, a W or something of that nature. So you guys think in the short term we're probably going to come up a bit. Yeah, the minute's starting to move around here. Yeah. 33.4, yeah. Minute's starting to move around. I think there's a decent shot. Yeah, you got a bear, you know, bullish div there. Your RSIs are splitting apart. That's split, that's, yeah. I don't know. I kind of almost want to close this out, just take the $300. Kind of want to do that, kind of don't. But it does look, yeah, it does look like we're going to come up a bit. And then you got the green dot in the 2 hour. Doesn't always give you what you need. I mean, you got the 30-minute trigger wave. This could play out more. And now we're coming back down a little bit. 22.3, yeah. 22.3 to keep an uptrend. I think based on what we're seeing on these time frames, guys, I think there's not too much of a reason to be too bullish right now. But this is a rare bearish sign. I think you're done here, and I think you're just going to come down. That's what I kind of think. Okay, so we have more downside, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I want it to kind of, I mean, if you're short right now, you want it to come down. Ultimately, let me show you the plan here. What I would be looking for, this is a big area, the high volume node. So come down to this, say we come down, repeat this, let's say, maybe. Repeat this, come down to maybe this area tomorrow, or when, I know that's in a few hours, 4 hours, it's only 8:30, and then come up, get a long in there. This, take more profits there probably. Let me set a notification there. So yeah, 2 hour above the zero line. Highly likely to roll over, let's see. Oh, okay, so it's because it's above. Oh, you say it's coming up. Okay, that's more bullish. You're saying it's coming up into the green. I think that's what you mean. That should. Looking for us to retest 23, so that daily high. Down at okay, 23. And it's a little bit higher. And right now are we making a lower? Yeah, we're making a lower low almost. So yeah. So whoever said there's more downside, you've been right so far. I don't know about in 5 minutes from now or 30 seconds from now, but you've been right so far. But yeah. Everything looks bearish, guys. Like ultimately, I mean, let's look at CMEC a tiny bit here. Let me just remove this, so, because I know people, they want to be seeing they want to see the goods down below. Yeah, that's enough. And then let's look at CMEC. Because so our future's up slightly. February, yeah. I mean, you're going to close out the February as a green month for pretty much everything. But after that, my experience when there is a green dot above the zero line is likely to roll over. Oh, okay. Roll over. Money flow looks good for a long. Could always use zero as okay. Zero as support resistance. Okay. Cool. You were right, crypto big brains. You're right. And by the way, guys, really good promo for Market Cipher. If you don't have it, 20% off. Discount code BearCub20. Use my link though. Might have to copy and paste it. Oh, is the reference code not? I'm not going to get the credit that. Please copy and paste the reference code with that so I get the credit. Sometimes I don't know if I get the credit otherwise. Also, guys, we're going to be doing, there's a good promo going on with BITGET down below, so please check that out if you're interested too. MEXC is really good as well. If you want to do simulated trading, I like BITGET the best for that. They give you a lot of fake money from the bank of fake money to simulate trade with. Never financial advice or all for experienced traders only. Trading is obviously risky. Look at this degeneracy. 50x leverage, $60,000 position. It's a lot of money. I just borrowed $60,000. I risked my 1,000 to do this crap. But yeah, let's look at somebody's alarm is going off outside. Let's look at here. World's wealthiest luxury giant CEO. So they're just going ahead and banning the TikToks. We're gonna get up to 90. Wow, we're getting up to 90 tomorrow. Hot day. The weather starts to turn around in March, so we're getting there. Yeah. Let's see if we have more downside. Any like replica version of Market Cipher usually is not the same. Usually it's going to be a little bit different, especially with the money flow, so be careful with that. I'd recommend using the real one, especially, shouldn't be a lot of money to you if you're actually serious about this. But yeah. It's probably California, yeah. That's what's interesting too, because a lot of most expensive cities to rent in. That's not even that recent. Let's try to find a recent one. This is more recent. So it's still New York City. And then Boston. Miami's, yeah. Miami's much higher. Like, it changes, yeah. Oh, yeah, and then LA is not even on here. Wow. So LA went down. But LA's still a lot. I've looked. Like, it's these numbers. I don't know. Yeah, withdrawals are coming. Okay, I don't know what do you mean withdrawals? I don't know. Could you elaborate on what will be withdrawed? Withdrew? Man, this is a nail biter right now. So, okay, I wanted to see, I gotta memorize a few things here. This is like being in high school, gotta memorize stuff, or college, or memorizing stuff for a test. Let's see, the OI, what was the open interest? Okay. Okay, so price, so we wanna look for, okay, so price is going down with the open interest going down. So does that mean more longs are opening? Or no, or as price is going down with, price is going down, so that means more longs are closing. Longs are closing. So longs are closing right now. And I mean, CryptoFace put a lot of effort into creating Market Cipher. I don't think whatever that is, it's like the real one. I'd recommend, if you like it, please support him. All the replicas, are not the real one. He's the real creator of it, so please support him. Also, yeah. See here. Oh, we're coming down a little bit more. Yeah, okay. Good. It's good. Oh, shoot. I gotta check on something. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I put on some rice to cook before I started the stream and then forgot about it, so I don't... Definitely overcooked, but not half bad. Good later night kind of snack, helps you sleep, the carbs. You were right, crypto big brains. Ooh, we're hitting this guy on the bit. It's not on this. Oh no. Ooh. Whoa. All right, we should probably take a little bit more profits. I want to take out another, let's see, at least another 10% here, because we're hitting something, you know what I mean? Or, yeah, let's see here. I want to take out 10% of this position and close the short. Did we do that? Oh, I think it was just, yeah, it just hit. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. What do you think now? Crypto big brains is going to come down farther or what? Oh, wow. You'll probably get a little bit here. Dump it. It's kind of the greed here. You don't want to, you know, put this bowl here so I could eat the rice. Yeah, you're probably supposed to cook this for like 20 something minutes. I cooked it for like 40. Very overcooked, but not awful. Ooh. Yeah, it's a thing here. Let's take a look at. Did that make this move? Ooh, not really. Not too much of a difference, but I want to see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these spiral lines are big. I think you're going to do something here. Well, we're not seeing no bullish div yet in the minute. Take a look at the open interest here. That's not even updated. It's not the right. Okay, so we're looking at price coming down. So that means, yeah, this is generally kind of coming down with it. No, it's kind of following, nothing really happening. Getting that green dot, that was a big drop down. I mean, you're hitting the spiral line, so a lot of times they mean business. 23.3. Yeah, okay. A little bit lower than. Three yellow X's here. Yeah, I feel like you'd roll over a little bit to punish, you know, the people trying to go long all of a sudden, but we'll see. Crypto big brains. What do you think? You think this will get stopped out in profit? It probably will with the majority of like the way, the way, you know, price volatility moves, but it would be lit if we just drop down quickly. Thing two to look at here, guys. See these EMAs getting into the grays on like the 12, on the 16, the 10. That's a pretty bearish sign in my opinion. Dump it. Where'd you get in 23.5? Oh, okay, you got in the same area, same trade. One hour blood diamond, let's see, yeah. On Hikins too? Okay. Yeah, I mean, these usually don't mean too much, and the fact that these two gave you what you needed probably, maybe not though. Could be more of a long signal there. See what happens though. But yeah, by the way, guys, really good promo for BITGET. Deposit $100. First link in the description below. Get 20 back. Take a look at open interest. I'm gonna put on CVD. That didn't. Sometimes you need 2 shots. I think I gotta pay for the version to get this to like come up. I gotta figure out how to do that. Okay, so that's coming down. A lot of positions closing as we're coming up. So, or yeah, a lot of positions closed. So I think we closed out a lot of longs as we know. Oh no, it's that hourly. I keep forgetting. Just had to default to the minute. How to use BITGET's broker and trading view? Can you do that already? I'm not sure. You do that with 8 cap. Well, that's not. So its price is coming down. This is general open interest is following it. So these are closing out. It's starting to come back up. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we'll see a little bit of a jump here. Oh, we already are. A little slow at, 8:50 p.m. I'm done with that race for now. 23.4, I reckon, and push back down. Interesting. Good. Hope it does. Reckon's like more of a southern type thing, right? I mean, okay, so we saw the green dot there. It's coming down. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna put on some music or something for you guys. Let's see here. Well, that's not something I want to listen to. 1 hour view up, come back in. I'll leave you guys with this. I'll be right back. Yeah, hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes. Oops. Well, it came up. We need to reject here? Okay. Okay, so you guys are more bearish. Let's take a look at what happened in the last couple minutes. I brushed my teeth, as I do normally before bed, and I'm gonna go to sleep relatively soon. Let's see here. Working with Evanaldo on the background. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, it came up and then okay. So this is where we would try to reject. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we do. Let's look at the hourly. I gotta move this down. Okay. Well, no red dot. Not yet. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think since we could probably test the market side for SR point, might get stopped out here. I don't know. Okay. Appreciate the likes, guys. %50 profits, leave the rest in. Okay. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Let's look at ETH a little bit. This looks more bearish on the 3-minute, short term. But yeah. Stop loss and profit, nice, nice. I like that, I like that. Yeah, they're doing construction outside at this hour, at 9 p.m., like on the road and stuff. I see a crypto big brains. You got some big brains, man. See a crypto big brains. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to maybe stand a few more minutes, see what's going to happen here. If we roll over, I think it's going to happen relatively soon. Your guess is as good as mine right now. I don't really know, but I think that ultimately a lot of the bearishness lies in the 5 hour, especially if we don't get another, green dot coming up here. I think we're generally gonna kind of keep coming down. 6 hour giving us a red dot? No, yeah, I think it will though. Yeah, it's just coming down. What else can we look at? So we look at the SPY, bearish, as always. Let's look at some of the big boys. Amazon. Look at that pattern. Red dot, red triangle. So something between there and there. Maybe this by April next month, 76. Definitely possible. It's the bear market, guys. Mr. Pump. We got Mr. Pump in the building. Mr. Pump in the building. Shout out to Mr. Pump. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, it's back. That could be a blood diamond. It probably is on regular. No, it could be though. That's where it is. It's the same thing in some indication. It could actually be better that it's not a blood diamond, guys, in my opinion. But yeah, back to the 18K, hopefully. Where would this, if we were to take profits at 18K for this? 12. Ooh, that's a nice buck. Oh, that would be sweet if we can get down there. Hold this in at 18K. Shout out to Mr. Pump. Mr. Pump says we're going. Ooh, that's new, Nightshade. You've been busy looking at the 1 hour. It's a 2 hour. That's stronger than. Yeah. Ooh. We still got a big enough position. We're at 54K. I mean, this is what we're afraid of, but hopefully something of this nature. Let's see here. Ooh, 22.7. Okay. Couple weeks, big inverse head and shoulders. Huh. Okay. Big inverse head and shoulders. Oh man, let me move this microphone. Yeah, no problem. The warp element. Not always right though. Be careful. I don't know what's gonna happen here. That 2 hour blood diamond gone. Now it's back. Ooh. Gotta stay on for another 2 hours, guys. See what happens. Google was the one that looks probably the worst right now, in my opinion, especially on the weekly. And I'm kind of thinking here, this may be the big one, layoffs, whatnot. I think they're just embarrass themselves with their AI thing. Let's look at Microsoft. Weekly there, yeah, just like that. If it goes like that, yeah. The trend line broke above it, and then yeah, I think you're just gonna fall over. 180 in May, maybe. That's only back 2 years, man. That's only back 2 years. Order flow. I was looking at open interest. I'm still learning that. But yeah, that's what I want to learn next. We could look at open. Let's just take a look. I keep like messing it up and not even, because it's not updating here. This isn't like in live time or whatever. So, and then yeah. Well, let's see. Let's go on BITGET. Yeah, because we're using. where's the, we want the stable coin pairs. Oh, let's just look at the regular one. Oh no, here we go, here we go. This is what we want. No? 1 minute chart. So I think, like, you know, positions have opened up while this is going down, so maybe they're trying to chase the shorts. What I would kind of guess here. I'm still, like, forget, I could be wrong on this. I'm still learning, like, how to use this. Oh, do we have a divergence here? No, not really. Well, let's see something here. So that's coming down as the, yeah, it's not a different, it just means probably continuation of down, I think, yeah. Blood down would tell you, so that means we're coming down more. It means we're coming down more, boys and girls. So yeah. Am I going to TwitchCon? No. Where and when is that? I'm going to the Miami Bitcoin conference. BITGET imbalance, TPO charts. I could look at Atlas. Oh, what's up, John Ryan? Appreciate you. I'm gonna say this 3D chess or what chess is. How childish is that? Up or down? Is that any advice people? Yeah. People will say, you can find people that will say anything you want to hear. When is the Bitcoin conference? I don't know, sometime in April, right? There's probably gonna be some performers again, hopefully, like a concert too, I'm hoping. They had the festival, that was pretty fun. I saw Steve Aoki. Steve Aoki's the boy. Yeah, appreciate the sub, John Ryan. San Diego, okay, yeah, I'm not going to that. Going to enough stuff. What do I want to look at right now? Yeah, not too much has happened. I'll give it another minute and then I'm probably gonna call it a night. I would lean a little bit more bearish, but you have this to hit. On the macro, definitely way more bearish, you know, for obvious reasons in the high time frames. But on the short term, it's a little tough. I mean, I would say blood diamonds and hourly and 2 hourly would be a pretty good argument to keep it down. So I'd lean a little bit more bearish, but it may bounce around here for some time and you know, stop me out in profit on this guy. So yeah, I don't know, minute coming up at the money, so I could see it coming up a little bit more here, but that's coming out. Hour and 2 hour could be a little bit of a bear trap here. These are not confirmed and will not be confirmed for a little bit. What's up, Karate? The echo is a lot better. I got a rug, I got a tapestry, I got some absorbent soundproofing pads on the wall in front of me. I could add some, I have some more to add, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 on the wall so far. So yeah, those are pretty good. And yeah, we're not doing too much with the market at the moment. Locked in profits there, but yeah. And now, still got a bullet diamond in a 2 hour, but yeah. I wanted to look at Sol. I haven't looked at Sol in half a minute. Let's get the Binance chart. So I'm thinking something of that nature. Taking a while to roll over here. I'm still short in this from a while ago, though. I think it will roll over. It's just, you know, taking its time. What was that time frame that the blood diamond there? Some of these might give you what you need. I think this is gonna finally implode. It was 100% gain probably, and then yeah, 175, then down. You live in Costa Rica half the year. How do you like trading? Well done. It was awesome, man. Costa Rica was awesome, everything about it. What part of Costa Rica, if you don't mind saying? Like what, Pacific Coast, Caribbean Coast? I mean, most people like the Pacific Coast better. Costa Rica is a great country. I want to go to Peru, definitely do Machu Picchu. I want to go to Ecuador. And then probably Argentina, Montezuma. Oh, that's near Santa Teresa, right? Montezuma, or is that I think that's right near Santa Teresa, correct? On the Pacific Coast. I forget where Montezuma is. I've been there, I think. It's more of like a hippie beach near Santa Teresa. Oh, yeah, Montezuma, yeah. That's near Santa Teresa, yeah. Cool beach, yeah. A little, probably this time of year, more lively. It's the dry season. It was kind of dead when I was there last September, but great place. Yeah, Costa Rica is amazing. Yeah, I've been to, what was the other beach there? Tambor Beach. I drove a lot of rental car. I was putting this around. There's a lot of nice, when I go back there, I want to go to like, there's a lot of places I want to go there, but yeah. I kind of want to go to Nicaragua too. Yeah. But yeah, Costa Rica is an amazing country. SA cities, I don't even know what that means, DCF. SA? South American cities? Yeah. Were you in my Discord? A lot of you guys in the Discord were talking about how you've been to Costa Rica. A few of you, I don't know if you were one of the ones that was talking about that, the warp element. But yeah, a lot of you guys were talking about that. Wow, we're pumping. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that, they're gone now, but yeah, nice. I'm trying to think where else, like in, there's Hako, that's a big tourist trap, I think. And then, what's that other one that starts with an N? That other beach that they're on there. And then Panama I want to go to. So there's a lot of places, obviously, but we'll see if this gets stopped out in profit here. Because it's kind of like, yeah, I would say short term. Hard to say right now, but little trigger wave on the 15. There, red dot. See how we react here. Is that true about Hako? Okay, wouldn't surprise me. That's probably a bigger city than like Santa Teresa, right? Santa Teresa is pretty laid back. I mean, it's probably more people in the dry season, but when I was there, like in September, October, September, not too much going on. It was cool. There was still stuff to do. I mean, I got lucky. It wasn't too much rain, but yeah. I mean, all of Central America, South America is amazing. I mean, but yeah, it is like, it does attract that kind of like hipster vibe. And what's interesting about that is like, on two ends, you have one end, it's like, a lot of wealthy people who like to travel. And the other hand, it's people with not too much money, kind of that hipster that tries to travel, that are, that broke backpacker. And it's interesting. Yeah, got to go to Chile. Yeah, Chile's nice, I've heard. Uruguay, okay, 1920s feel interesting. Is Uruguay like elevated? And I think that's in the mountains, right? Yeah. Peru I want to do. I know there's Bolivia too. People have said Bolivia is good, right? La Paz, like that really high city in the mountains. Yeah, it's good to travel. Definitely really good to travel. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Miami for 8 months at least. But we'll see after that. We'll see. Nomad Capitalist is a good channel too. If you're like want to be Nomad Capitalist, Nomad Capitalist. He's a good resource if you're trying to live in a different place, get a foreign passport or whatever. Which a lot of smart people have been talking about the benefits of that. I mean, we know taxes are kind of go up. We know that. It just depends. Like, is it worth it? You know. But yeah, things are going to. Yeah. Yeah, the coca leaves because it opens up your lungs for the Peru too. I think if you're doing Machu Picchu, they give you that very high elevated. I think some people are okay though. You don't really need it if you're in decent shape. I've been to 12K above. I've been in the mountains in like New Mexico, Colorado. I was okay, although that was some years ago. But yeah. Yeah. I mean, Florida I like the best as a place. I like warmer places. I don't like to live in cold climate. Those places are fun to visit, but long term, I don't know. I just find the cold climates to be more depressing. You're just trapped inside all day, no tan, you know. I don't know, 15K elevation Peru, yeah, and I'm sure Machu Picchu. Yeah, they definitely give you the coca leaves. I've talked to a few people, like some people are okay. I think with the leaves or with a tea, you're okay. It opens up your lungs. I don't know. I'm not an expert on it, but I mean, obviously, if you start, you start in a place like, I don't know, Quito, Ecuador, that's 9,000 feet, you know, from there to 15 is probably not that much crazier. Or go from Quito to La Paz, Bolivia, 12, and then go from there to Peru. You'd probably adapt pretty well. Oh, okay. Definitely would need the leaves. I think if you gradually do it, if you start in like Quito, Ecuador, if you're used to the 10K elevation and go to like La Paz, you know what I mean? I think you might be okay. Yeah, last a day. Yeah, you gotta get used to it. Yeah. I don't know if it's necessarily good. I know living in high altitudes is good for you. Like if you're in somewhere like 5,000 feet or 7,000 feet, it's supposed to be good for your heart. I don't know about extended periods of time at like 15K. I think that's probably, I don't know if that's the best thing. I wonder like the science behind that because Michael Phelps would sleep in a room that like deprives him of that oxygen. That's less oxygen to train, you know, to train your muscles for. It's good cardio to sleep in that environment. So yeah, but I wonder what's like an ideal. But yeah. Well, like, do you guys like if you were to, what do you guys think? Like, if I was to go to like Quito, Ecuador, stay there for like 5 days, then from there go to like La Paz, Bolivia, stay there for 5 days, that's 12K. Then go to 15K after that. Would I still need the leaves? I think you'd be pretty like immune unless everybody just needs them at that point. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, even when you're at like even the weather, I wonder what the temperature is like in Cusco, Peru. Man was a freak. Okay. Yeah, I think you would be fine. Yeah, yeah. We've talked about this on these live streams. We've talked about high elevations. This is the elevation live stream, but yeah, I'm excited for that. What is the best time of year to go? Does anyone know the best time of year to go to Machu Picchu? I forget what it is. There's summer there now. It's probably this time of year, I would think, or maybe there's too much rain. Fine, unless you're planning to go in the mountain on a hike. Well, that's what you do though in Machu Picchu, huh? Yeah. How do the leaves work? Do you smell them? I forget how it works. Do you like put them in tea or some shit? Like I forget what do you do with them? But yeah, no, you definitely need. They probably have the leaves everywhere if you're in any of the parts like Machu Picchu or whatever, the parts where everybody goes. I heard that's really crowded. Like everybody goes there. Have any of you been to Patagonia? Patagonia in where's the Chile or I forget where the hell that even is. Chile or Argentina, Patagonia. You chew them. Oh, okay, you chew them. Interesting how that works. It opens your lungs. It's probably half placebo. Well, anything would, yeah. I mean, you gotta do like more deep breathing. Like if you breathe deeply, like Wim Hof type stuff, you're gonna get more oxygen. There's techniques too. But yeah, it feels probably weird on your lungs, yeah. I'm trying to La Paz, yeah. That's not too far. Yeah, if you were to go to, it probably wouldn't even be that crazy of like, like fly from, for me, fly from Miami to Quito, Ecuador, stay there for, explore that for like 5 days. Could do Galapagos too. I mean, maybe you could start at the Galapagos or start at Guayaquil, whatever the hell that's. Guayaquil, yeah. And then from there go to Quito. From Quito go to Bolivia, La Paz, Bolivia. And then from there go to Cuzco. That would not be like any, yeah, you wouldn't be paying no $500 for flights out of nowhere there, but yeah. Let's see. Machu isn't too high up. You'll be fine without it. I go not during rainy season, so clouds don't kill you. Is the rainy season? The rainy season is probably this time of year, right? Because it's summer there now. So I'd want to go there probably in the summer here. So in 6 months, I think. My wife went to Patagonia in her college years. She raves about it, but it's stupid cold down there. I think I heard that, yeah, because you're in the mountains and it's, yeah. You'd probably definitely have to go there in their winter, probably this time of year, their winter time, or, well, I'm going to get stopped out in profit here, I think. We are pumping. But yeah. Let's see. Sure, Patagonia is very beautiful in Argentina. Yeah. Sure, Patagonia, yeah. January through March is rainy season, so it's coming to conclude. Oh, okay. So you want to go on a, yeah, okay. Have you've been to Patagonia? I should. I think you, or not Patagonia, excuse me, Machu Picchu. Yeah. That would be a fun time. I want to definitely do that. I'm going to focus, on trading and work and YouTube for at least the next few months here. And, it's a lot of, stuff to focus on. I got taxes, all the moving into any new place is a lot of stuff. But yeah, Europe, I've been to a lot of places in Europe. That was in my younger years. I probably, if I had to do it again, because I studied abroad, let's see if this place acts as support. I have a feeling this will act more as support rather than resistance. We'll see. This is going to flip to support, it seems like. But in my younger years, like when I was in college, I studied abroad in Rome, Italy. And I don't know, if I had to do it again, I probably would have studied abroad in more of Spain, either Spain or like somewhere in Central or South America. Back then, I thought a place like Mexico or anywhere in Central America was like dangerous. You would get sick because it was unsanitary. I thought all these type of things. Like I didn't know what I know today. But if I had to do it again, I definitely would have did somewhere in South America. Not that Italy wasn't good, but I think it would, especially for someone my age back then, I think it would have been much more fun. I think now Europe would be more fun for me to go. But this is some good curvature, the money flow too. I think this is probably going to come up more. We'll see though. But yeah, I mean, I've been to Czech Republic, I've been to Prague, I've been to Berlin, Germany. I want to do more in Germany, like Munich and maybe Frankfurt and what's the other? I forget the other parts. And Spain, I've been to. Romania, yeah. I mean, I don't even know if I'd go that close to the Ukraine with everything going on. But yeah, is Romania part of NATO? I don't even know. But end of the world, untouched, beautiful, hiking trails around. Wow, Romania. So yeah, those countries, Latvia, all those like. Romania is probably a little warmer. I think it's a little more south. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, Romania is cool. You just got back from Acapulco. Nice. I haven't been there, but it definitely will go at some point. I'm trying to think here. So yeah, Europe. I want to go to Scandinavia. Probably Norway or Sweden, one of those, or Finland. Yeah, all those three are probably pretty similar. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm trying to think where else. Greece would be pretty cool, like Athens. Patagonia, yeah. I definitely want to, yeah. I mean, that would be the trip down. Let me look at my map here. I'd want to start here would be the plan. You just make yourself go to south and south. This would be a nice, like, month-long trip. Like, start in, like, probably Quito, Ecuador. I mean, you could start in, like, Colombia or something, but I would probably start in Quito, Ecuador. Get used to high elevation. From there, go to like La Paz, Bolivia, maybe, or just go straight to Machu Picchu. From there, you would go to, you probably could go to Santiago, see some beaches in Chile, but really from there, go to like Patagonia. Definitely want to do that in there. And well, oh yeah, you'd probably have to wait for the next our winter, so next summer there. But after that, you'd see maybe Buenos Aires. Where I can't even find Buenos Aires on our Argentinian map. Oh yeah, it's near Uruguay. Uruguay I know nothing about, but that'd be cool. And then from Buenos Aires, probably just come back. Brazil is really cool too, obviously. But yeah, it looks like this trade is going to get stopped out in profit. Croatia, yeah, like split Croatia. I haven't been there, but I've heard of it there. And Greece are really good. Looks like we're going to stop out this trade. Great meat in Argentina. Yeah, they make good. The Argentinian steaks are really freaking good. I've had a lot of those in like Mexico, Costa Rica. It's really good. But yeah, I mean, I've been to obviously all through Italy. I've been to London. I'd probably want to see more of the UK a little bit. Scotland, maybe, you know, Dublin, Ireland. Europe gets expensive. It's not that I can't afford it, but Europe that adds up because you could backpack through like a place like Mexico, you know, Central South America for pretty inexpensively. When you know you're not going to be spending thousands of dollars that quickly, but Europe it would. Yeah, I mean the euro's down, but still. Australia, oh man. Australia, yeah, at some point I definitely will. I've been to Thailand before. I mean, one thought I had was, I'm just thinking like, you think you've been to so many places. I really haven't been to that many places. Stop in Dubai, see Dubai. I definitely want to see that. And then from Dubai, go to like Philippines or something over there. Then from there, go to Australia. That'd be a pretty cool trip. But yeah, maybe we'll just roll over here. Maybe. I mean, we're very close to getting stopped out. Maybe we could just roll over. I mean, we're not seeing a bearish dip on the 1 minute yet, but I'm sure I'm sure you could look at enough of these zoomed in time frames to find something that gives you what you want to see. Iceland is cool, yeah. Iceland's cold and cool, yeah. Do you guys know where to go? Like, I know in Scandinavia they do the thing where you, this would be something you would do when it's still cold. Like, you go in the sauna and then you jump out in the freezing cold and you roll around in the snow. Do you guys know like where they do that in those countries? Like where you would go in those countries? Is it northern parts of them or do they, well, I'm sure they'll take your money. They'll do it anywhere, but anywhere where there's snow. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to go to those countries to do that. You can do it in any cold place where there's snow, but it'd be cool to get the authentic. I think it's Finland. I think Finland is the country known for that. I don't know if you guys are too familiar. I did an ice bath the other day, and I think it's already lowered my resting heart rate. My resting heart rate's down to, well, it is at 68. It's still not what I'd like it to be, but it was like 63 earlier. I've been moving around when you're talking, moving around more stuff. So yeah, Wisconsin, yeah, Finland. Well, Wisconsin, that's not authentic. Finland for that. Okay, Finland is the main one. Do you know where in Finland? Like, what city do you like? Do you go to northern Finland or some weird crap? Like, but there's that I forget what kind. I think she's Swedish. That girl. If he's having like morning ice bath routine, it's a video that comes up with like I don't know how many views, but a ton. She makes videos about that. But yeah, thanks MH. Appreciate the subscription. But yeah, it looks like we're coming down. If we could lose this area, it probably won't act as support, but it kind of, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's getting later now or less volatility, yeah. Maybe we'll come down. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent on this right now. See, we'll probably bounce here and it's just moving around. I want us to come down more, but when you're looking at a 30-second, you're just bored. I don't. Dramatic, man. Excuse me. Take a look at that. I don't know. That's like more of a scalp. I would not mess with that with how this looks, but to each their own. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. That's a bearish dip. I think you're going to come down lower. Be careful. I think March and April are going to be very bearish months. And, okay, we're still alive here. Thoughts on Blur? some decent fundamentals, but I do think that it will continue to go down here. Maybe into middle to late this year, like all the other altcoins. I think this is just jumping the gun on releasing tokens, new tokens right now. I think NFTs, I think all this stuff will continue to come down for the next 6 to 12 months. And then when we finally see a bottom, that's when you get in. But yeah, Adam's looking really bad, I would say. We looked at it earlier, but let's look at that again. We had like a blood diamond somewhere on this, right? Or, I mean, weekly red dots split our size. That's bad. I mean, yeah, this is all very bearish. Yeah. Dump it. Yeah, we ain't doing too much at these hours. But yeah, guys, it's great to see new places, travel. I mean, that's kind of my next plan, to see more of. Like I've been everywhere in Mexico pretty much, except Acapulco. But in terms of going back to Mexico, definitely would probably stick more with the beaches. Beaches were great. I mean, those are some beautiful beaches. Yeah. And losing this area, come on. Dump down more. NVIDIA, let's take a look. Sure. Yeah, that's a good take. I mean, this has exceeded a lot of people's expectations. And we're up a ton, right? Probably over 100%. 200? No. Okay, just a little over. I mean, I'd be surprised if this could sustain this. I think it's going to roll over, but you're not seeing that many bearish signs, which is interesting. I think it's just a false breakout kind of, but yeah. You would expect it more likely here. Now you're coming together with these RSIs. It's a little more bullish, but I think it's kind of a fluke. I'd stay away. I could be wrong. Who knows? You're coming in, there's a lot of bullet. Yeah, you're coming into the brights here on the weekly. I'd still stay away though, maybe just because of how the rest of the market looks. 10-day, not yet. That would be a better place to wait for. So yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right, TCF. I don't know. I don't really follow the fundamentals of Matic too much. Search Blue Lagoon in Iceland. Okay, Blue Lagoon. Now we're looking a little bit more bearish. Hour at least. No, it's gone. So that's all gone. But in 30 minutes, we're getting green down. I don't know. Money flow coming up. I don't know. One last pump. I think that's going to happen by tomorrow, DCF. If it does, I don't think it will. I think we're done, but who knows? I think we're just going to come down, honestly, guys, but I could be wrong. Look at that, split RSIs, red dot covers in one day. Like, there's a lot of bad signs here. There's a lot of shit going on here, guys. Blue Lagoon was okay. Yeah, they have those hot springs there. That stuff's really cool, yeah. Iceland I gotta go to. Denmark too, I've heard is pretty good. I mean, Amsterdam, that's beautiful, I've heard. Let's look at the ones that had the crazy pumps. Yeah, I think this is just about over. Split our size coming down. I mean, if we're gonna come up more, it's gonna be now. But I think we hit that point. I think it's kind of just done. That was Netflix. What else is there here? Meta. Okay, so weekly red, yeah, splitter size weekly red. That's coming down, yeah. I think that's gonna come down a lot more. We need at least one more green dot, I think, to get this bottom here. I mean, I think you're gonna probably still make a lower low. I don't know though. This 16-hour too, money flow coming out and that VWAP's curving back down. So if we could, this could be a bit, if we could see, you know, I have a feeling that the last day of the month may be a little bit green though. So I feel like that's where this trade gets stopped at in profit. And even within the next hour, I mean, we're gonna see too, but in terms of what I'm seeing here, money flow coming back down there. Okay, so we're looking a little bit more bearish now, I would say. And minute, no, but the other one's a little bit more bearish. If we could hold this, then lose that spiral line, but that would have been a decent, yeah, from right there, obviously a decent scalp long. DCX correcting 99 Bitcoin to 25, maybe. Yeah, that's yeah, that's possible. DCF. One more jump up. I feel like that's got to happen really freaking soon, though, if it does. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, though, but that would liquidate a lot of people shorting. That's what the market needs, then come down, but I don't know. I think we got through a lot of this, you know, a lot of what we saw here. I mean, that would, unless you just get some crazy freaking volatility, but I don't think you will. Look at this 10-day green dot. I mean, that one wasn't the buy, and then he rolled over, so maybe something like that. I don't know. A99 would bring you there? Maybe. I think generally you're going to come up a bit. Come down. Come on. You could do it. Come down. You're doing so good. You're doing good. You're doing good. Come down. Ooh. Look at the confidence in that. Well, it's the same exact move, but it could happen. We'll give it... Yeah, it's 20 minutes. I don't know if I want to wait that long. Give it another minute. Give it another minute. Oh, the llamas, that is cool. Llamas are cool, man. That's cool. Oh, they have these too. Those are like horses. They don't have zebra there, I don't think. That's only in Africa. It's Machu. There's a lot of llamas in these places. That is an interesting animal. Look at that guy. It's kind of pretty most similar to a horse, obviously. It's like between a cow and a horse, kind of. I don't know. Here we go. Oh yeah, I've seen pictures of this. That's cool if it actually looks like this. Is probably color corrected. But yeah. That's cool though. It's a hot spring, obviously, yeah. Let's see. Liquidation hunt in Southwest Cascade. You got some shorts. Yeah. Could definitely be possible. 26.5. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Don't know. My gut, you know, tells me no. My gut instinct tells me no. Tells me, based on these high time frames, not even my gut, just based on my analysis, says no. But I mean, we'll see. That would be wild though if that did happen. That'd be pretty freaking wild. But yeah, I think March, April, we're just gonna see. I think we're gonna see this roll over pretty soon. This monthly roll over into the red dot pretty soon. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I mean, let's look back at the lower one again. Now we're looking more bearish. Good thing I just kept this in. Wow. Jump there. Let's look at open interest like one last time here. Or yeah. Oh, okay, we're still. This is updated, even though yeah. Okay. That's fuck. I have nothing to really say there. This is. Positions are generally opening from this area. Let's see. Yeah, this is like an inverse. Positions are opening as this is going down, so they're chasing it down maybe. I don't know. Maybe come up. Not sure. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, DCF. I have no idea. But there's always going to be, there's always going to be that possibility for the bull. Anything can happen. Game of probability here, but I think we're generally done, guys. I think we're generally done with this rally, and I think it's going to be a lot more pain. Sadly, that's what I think. But yeah, don't listen to me. It's not financial advice. Anything could happen. And this is, we've never really seen, this is like the kind of the weekly, I think it's the 50 and the 200. Is that the death cross? No, that was a death cross. So it was the 50 and the something was the death cross. I forget what it was. We had the death cross there, and that's the bull cross, golden cross. That data doesn't call me up, but yeah. Or was I not on the weekly? Oh, yeah, I wasn't on the weekly. That was the issue. It was the 50 and the 2. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I view it as more bearish, guys. I think it's going to come down farther. Because that's a 200. That's a 50, I think, yeah. Man, this is a slow mover. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get off in another 10 minutes. Nah, probably sooner. Yeah, we're already almost at 10 p.m. here. Kind of wanted to wait to see how this plays out, but now you're getting the jump there, so it's not even, yeah. 1 minute looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Ultimately, still very bearish in the macro. Very short term, a little bit hard to say at this hour, but if you get that hourly red dot, I'd probably bring it down a bit. Yeah. Good curvature there. What's happening right now? Yeah, this is giving it to you, but yeah, I'm gonna get off, guys. All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. Check out my link to Market Cipher, the pinned comment, 20% off, discount code BEARCUP20. Try to copy and paste the whole thing with the reference so I could get a credit for that. Really would appreciate that. Also, the first link down below, BITGET, deposit 100, get $20. So please check that out. Really appreciate you guys. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye. And follow my Twitter too. And subscribe and leave a like if you're new.